He's Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson, and this is Not Another Shooting Show. We go to Livermore, California, without me bitching about the pop-up blocker because I already disabled it. Or enabled it, whatever. A man got more than he bargained for after a trip to the doctor when he allegedly shot himself in the parking lot while attempting to make sure his gun was unloaded. The man was in his 30s, treated at Kaiser Hospital, where he had arrived for a minor appointment. Instead, he accidentally shot himself in the leg while attempting to unload a pistol and make sure the chamber was clear. Despite the leg injury, the man was able to walk himself into the hospital lobby and request treatment. Police were called, and they seized the pistol from his car, did not arrest him. The man had prior drug arrests that were more than 10 years old, but no felony convictions that forbid him from owning a gun. The incident actually happened back on March 16th, but was just reported now. But at least he did it trying to do it correctly, I guess.
Right. He just broke like only 3 of the gun safety rules. And
finger on the trigger, probably.
Well, I mean, probably. Not pointed at oneself or not the thing they do not want to destroy. Know the background of the thing that's about to shoot.
Yeah.
Because he was treating the gun as if it was loaded, sort of. He was just okay with
he was trying to unload it. He just was not paying attention to where it was pointed or...
Right. Because,
finger
Oh, yeah. No, we
was.
Yeah.
I mean, something pressed the trigger. Unless it was whatever.
Hammer follow.
We don't know what gun it was, but anyway, this was another story I came across. Smith & Wesson's getting sued, but not because their guns are going off in holsters. The family of a man named Eduardo Uvalde, who was one of 7 people killed in a Chicago parade shooting in 2022, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Smith & Wesson in June of 2024, along with a group of other families of children who were present that day. The lawsuit alleges Smith & Wesson continued to market and sell the M&P 15, their AR, and also pushed it on teenagers despite it being used in 4 mass shootings in the past 10 years. The M&P 15 was used in the mass shootings in Aurora, Colorado, San Bernardino, California, Parkland, Florida, and Poway, California. Family said the company's decision to continue to market and sell the weapon, particularly to teenagers, which I'm dying to know how they're alleging this, like what their evidence is that it's marketed to teenagers.
It would be. I would definitely be interested as well because I would say the best marketing tool for gun companies has been COD. So
but I mean they're not. It's not even called an AR. They're not even called. I guess they will call them an M4 sometimes, but these days they just like make up a name and it's like an M4 or something else.
Right.
know?
But I mean, saying something is marketed to someone and then it's kind of like how they used to be like, oh, like alcohol is marketed to teens, and you're like, it's really not. Like
it just looks cool in movies where adults are drinking it. So is that being marketed to teenagers?
Right.
Because the movie is not rated R or NC-17?
Or is it the people having fun because they're drinking alcohol equals marketing to teenagers, and you're like, well, no, but I guess maybe. So yeah, it's a weird argument. I'm surprised that it has held up, but I mean, this is America. You can sue anybody for anything.
Well, yeah. I left out the part of the story that was sort of germane right now is that an Illinois court has allowed the wrongful death lawsuit to continue to go forward because there is there's a federal law. What is it called? I can't think of it. It's like there's a federal law that says you can't go after what people do with a firearm.
Yeah.
After it's been purchased.
Right.
Which honestly makes sense because like you can't control. Now if Smith & Wesson was being crazy and saying, "Hey kids, when you're planning your next mass shooting, you should pick the M&P 15. Like, that would be bad. That would be a thing they should get sued for if that was what was happening.
Right.
That would sort of void their immunity from that federal law.
Right.
But
it's I know which one you're talking about because it kind of applies to a lot of sin items. So like you can't go after an alcohol company for your person dying in a drunk driving accident because they didn't directly like serve them, but you can go after the bartender or the bar for over serving the person who then drove drunk and killed somebody.
Yeah.
So it's like it seems like I could see this lawsuit being way more like effective if it landed at like an FFL or I mean Bud's Gun Shop was labeled in it, but it does seem strange to try to throw the entirety of Smith and Wesson because and I also love that they're like it's been used in 4 mass shootings in like a decade, and you're like, that's a statistical anomaly, actually.
I mean, it very easily could have been who else? It could have been a Ruger 5.56 just as easily as it was an M&P 15.
Or
like,
I mean,
who else sells a $700 AR?
Right. Yep. I mean, DPMS if they were still around.
If they were still around, yeah.
Right. And what happens if they, someone finds a DPMS off of a freaking, some pawn shop somewhere.
Right.
And it's like, oh, well, this DPMS, so we're going after DPMS. And you're like, well, they didn't fucking market to anybody because they've been out of business.
Forever. Somebody owns the brand. I don't know who now.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, night match is coming up actually tomorrow when this recording drops. This Patreon episode. I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be, I think it's our 7th night match. Dark match 7. I started to put Roman numerals on them, and then I fucked up the Roman numeral, and Bill Godbold pointed it out to me over Instagram, and I was like, I'm just gonna quit doing Roman numerals. Because I thought I was doing it right, and he's like, actually, the Roman numeral for that is that, and I'm like, fuck. I couldn't remember what was it? What would it have been, like 7?
If it was for the 4th, it goes IV.
Yeah.
And 5 is V, and then 6 is VI, I believe.
Yeah, 6 is VI, 7 is VII. I don't remember what I did. Oh, I remember. It was for the episode number. That's what it was. For some reason, I did a Roman numeral for the episode number around the dark match.
Oh, okay.
And I fucked up the episode number because it was something way bigger, like 54. I don't know.
Right, because then I had to Google it because I don't know anything above like 9.
Yeah,
and it's like or 10 because X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, and D is 500, and M is 1000. So
right,
yeah, but yeah, it does weird shit. And
yeah. So. Anyway, so the night match is tomorrow when this episode drops on April 12th, and so I got out the what used to be my everyday guns, the 34s. Although my Gen 5 has a plate problem, I'll explain that in a moment. But got out my 34, my Gen 4 34, because it doesn't have a plate problem, and used that in my class yesterday as my demo gun, and it's got the light on it, and I've been dry firing with it and getting used to the getting it out of the holster and flicking on the light. Which, if you're going to shoot the night match, you should probably dry fire turning the light on as you come up. It makes it a lot easier when you're actually shooting the match.
Yeah, and make sure to turn the strobe off.
And yeah, it's not a problem for me because for the strobe to go on, I have to hit it down. And being
as
a lefty,
you don't do that.
I don't push it down. I push it up. And it just stays on.
Fucking weirdo.
It's so much easier. I just flick it up with my index finger and easy peasy. So, yeah. Been getting used to that again. The thing that is always a little bit hard for me to re-get used to when I go back to it is there's no such thing as a scoop draw with a level 2 holster, really.
Absolutely not.
Except for like those GLS holsters, you can, but I can't. Like I have to grab it a little differently than I would my normal match guns.
Got to
So-
grip and rip it.
Yeah, I can't just yank it out of the holster and go to town. I got to actually grab it properly, hit the thumb brake, flick the light on as I'm coming up, and then hopefully I don't press the trigger before it gets all the way up to the target like I did last fall. Anyway, it just reminded me though, especially when I was shooting at live fire, and I did a little practice before the class too. It's just, they're such fucking good guns. Like, why don't I just keep shooting them? I mean,
Right.
yeah, the CZs are great. They're really great. They really are. But I jump back to a Glock, and it's just like, oh, yeah, we're riding a bicycle again. Uh-huh. This is no problem.
Yeah.
It's just like it isn't that sketchy ex-girlfriend that called you at 2 a.m. after the bars closed and said, hey, you
Hey,
want to come over?
She's a nice lady.
You want to come over? Yeah, you know what her name is? Beretta 92. That's what her name is.
Ew.
Every once in a while, while I was moving out of my son's current room, I came across my Langdon slide, and as soon as I looked at it, I was like, oh, I think the slide's in this box that was up in the closet. And I opened it up, and immediately she's like, hey, you want to fuck me? Oh, yeah, I kind of want to. Oh, but where's that goofy screw boss thing I'm supposed to glue in? Oh, yeah, now I remember. You're fucking crazy. That's why I'm not with you anymore. And so then that's why I'm like, this is why I'm with that nice Austrian lady. She's just so much better to me in every way, I mean, she doesn't do that weird shit, that's kind of fun that Italian slut does. Or that other, Czech slut. She's fun too, but, boy, that Austrian girl, she's really good to me. That's the girl you marry.
If your Czech slut needs a new home, I will gladly help you out with that.
Well, you may get the skinny Czech slut, but you're never getting the fat Czech slut because she's staying in my gun safe.
I'm okay with that.
Do you think everybody understands which guns I'm talking about when I say that?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Patreon episode, so
It's before the cutoff, though.
True, but I mean, to get to this point, they've heard you talk a time or two, or they're extremely confused about you sexualizing firearms.
I'm not doing that. I'm making a parallel to like
I know
the girl you fuck and the girl you marry,
Yes,
and they're
yes,
not the same girl.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I haven't done that second part yet.
You tend to fuck the girl you marry too, but I mean, like,
yeah, no, I've had my
everybody knows
share.
what I mean. There's the girls you marry and the girls that are fun when you're dating them.
Yes, for short periods of time, and
Mhm.
then the stab wounds start. As Jimmy Carr once say, men are simple creatures. A woman could stab you in the leg and be like, well, do you want to have sex to make it up? And you still with the knife in your leg, you'd be like, well, yes, but we need to go to the hospital afterwards.
The paramedics aren't here yet. Might as well,
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of those nice gals and guns, Jeff bitched out of a challenge with his. We'll explain that here coming up shortly. But if you want to hear all about that and something someone found in a bathroom, that's also coming up.
They might have found it.
Maybe patreon.com/notanothershootingshow. It's only $3.57 a month, and you will get all of the rest of this episode. And that's 4 episodes a month. Like, you're getting 4 episodes for less than $1 a piece. It's $3.57 a month. Yeah, I know there's sales tax, Robert. Wah, I can't help it what Utah does to you. All of you paying online sales tax in other states, South Dakota's fault. You're welcome. Patreon.com/notanothershootingshow. Also, get your It's Fucking Tuesday t-shirt at notanothershootingshow.com.
It's fucking Tuesday.
Mine came just the other day. It's very comfortable. I'm quite pleased. It was a brand of t-shirt I'd never owned before, but I don't really look at the labels anyway. Patreon.com/notanothershootingshow.